afternoon. How's your day been?
Good.
You've had a really good morning?
Mm-hmm.
Good, good. All right, so today we're going to talk about a brand new skill. Do you know what a self-timeout is?
No.
Okay. What about a timeout? Has your mom or dad or a teacher ever put you in timeout before?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so a timeout that you've been put in before, you usually go to a specific chair or a designated area, and you usually go and you sit for a certain amount of time until they tell you to get out. And you usually have to go to timeout because why?
You made a bad choice.
That's right, you made a bad choice. So today we're going to talk about a self-timeout, and it's kind of like the opposite of a normal timeout or a timeout that you've been in before. What a self-timeout is a skill that you'll be able to use to let you remove yourself from a situation that might be aggravating you or frustrating you or making you angry. And when you feel those emotions, you'll move yourself into a self-timeout, which is going to be a specific chair or a designated area in your classroom that your teacher and I are going to talk about. And when you get there, you're going to have time to think about what's going on, think about the situation, and then hopefully make a good choice so that you're behaving appropriately. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So today, what we're going to be able to do, you're going to be able to determine when to use a self-timeout in order to think about a situation and make a good choice. All right. But there's one important factor. It's called a critical rule that I really need you to think about, and that is that there is an appropriate time and a certain time that you can use a self-timeout, and then there's some situations that you cannot use a timeout. So not only are you going to learn what a self-timeout is, you're going to learn how to separate a time when you can use it and a time when you cannot, even though you're feeling those same emotions. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this skill, once you learn how to use it and you're getting good at it, it'll help you inside of school and outside of school. But like I said, there's certain times that you can use it and then certain times you cannot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to model, God bless you, I'm going to model a time that it's appropriate to use it and then a time that it's not appropriate to use it, okay? All right, so can you pretend with me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pretend that I am sitting at my desk and my teacher is talking and we are doing numbers 1 through 10. We might be doing a math worksheet, okay? And I get stopped on number 2, okay? And I'm confused, and now I'm feeling frustrated, and she's moved on to number 3, and I don't know what to do, and on the inside, I'm thinking, I just want to throw my pencil and push my paper off the table, which you felt that way before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what you would do is, after we talk to your teacher, she knows and she's agreed to you being able to utilize self-timeout. I would put my pencil down and I would move myself into the designated area that we're going to discuss later on. And I'm going to sit there, and here's what my brain is thinking. All right, I'm really mad about the fact that I don't know what number 2 means. She's going really fast. She's told me before that I can circle the number 2 and then catch up later. But if I throw my paper and I throw my pencil, I'm definitely going to be in lots of trouble. So for me, the best choice is to circle number 2 and catch up. That's what I'm going to do. So I've used my self-timeout to make a better choice. I'm going to sit back down at my desk, I'm going to get my paper, I'm going to circle number 2, and now I'll listen, and she's on number 7, and I'm going to catch up to number 7, and I'm going to finish my work until it's time to ask questions. So that's an appropriate time to use a self-timeout when you're frustrated during a lesson, okay? All right, now think about this. You're in PE class, and you're having a jump rope contest. Okay, so you're jumping rope, and the PE coach is telling you, keep going, but she's getting kind of loud, but it's making you really mad, and you just want to scream at her, shut up! So I'm thinking, okay, I definitely cannot tell her to shut up. That's not a good idea. But could I utilize a self-timeout in the middle of a jump rope competition?
No.
No, so that would not be a good time. So I'm going to have to work really hard on keeping my inappropriate behaviors inside and not yelling at my teacher to shut up. So there's a time that we can utilize it during a lesson, move ourselves away, calm down, make a good choice. And there's other times that we can't use it because if we would have stopped, we would have lost the jump rope contest and we would have disobeyed our teacher, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you and I are going to practice this with a little skill, okay? Here's some sticks. you're going to pick these sticks out. I'm going to read you, I'm going to tell you about a situation. You're going to determine whether you can use the skill, you can use the skill for a self-timeout, or it's not an appropriate time to use a self-timeout, okay? All right, pick a stick.
Playing sports.
All right, here's a great example. You're playing a baseball game, and your coach is saying, watch the ball, watch the ball. When the ball hits, you're going to run to second base. Can you hold on, please? I'm not even done. Okay, I need you to listen to the whole story. So your coach is yelling at you, watch the ball. As soon as it hits, run to second base. And he's yelling at you, and you're like, I already know what to do. You're getting mad on the inside. Could you utilize a self-timeout in the middle of a baseball game?
No.
No, that's right. Okay, very good. But you can try to calm yourself down and make sure you're listening to your coach so you can continue to play the game. All right, what's on that stick?
Push that recess.
Okay, here's a good story. I want you to listen to the whole story before you decide whether you can or you cannot. All right, someone accidentally pushes you at recess, and you are super frustrated. You're mad. You want to push them back. Could you remove yourself from that situation and put yourself in a self-timeout?
Yes.
That's exactly right. You could. To think about it, make a good choice.
Choosing a lesson.
All right, so you're confused during a lesson. Now remember, I just modeled this to you when I was in my pretend classroom. If you're confused about a lesson, would removing yourself from that situation and giving yourself time to think and make a good choice, would that be a good opportunity to use a self-timeout?
Yes.
That's exactly right. All right, so I really think that you are understanding what a self-timeout is. All right, now, we're going to do one more thing, and we're going to role play with my friend, Mr. Jiggles. Are you ready? All right, so what I'm going to do, now we've set up a self-timeout area. I want you to walk and sit in this chair if you think it's an appropriate time to use a self-timeout. Are you ready? Okay, so you and Mr. Jiggles are sitting on the carpet, and he puts his hand on you. Move over, move over. What's going through your brain? Is that making you happy or mad?
Mad.
Okay, so could you utilize a self-timeout to go think about what your response is going to be?
Yes.
All right, so do that. Go there. All right, so you're in the self-timeout. What are you thinking about?
Should I do the bad choice or the good choice?
All right, so when you're ready, come on over and show me what tell me what you would do if Mr. Jiggles was pushing you and nudging you on the carpet.
Go tell the teacher.
That's exactly right. High five. That's a great choice. So by utilizing that, it was able to help you think about it and then make a good choice, all right? That was really good. All right, so one last thing. I'm going to give you this homework sheet. And what this is you're going to read these stories. It's just 5 stories tonight. And I want you to tell me, yes, I can use a self-timeout, or no, I cannot use a self-timeout. You think you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.